What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
And now, broadcasting from the cow capital of the West and home of the world-famous Miles City Bucking Horse Sale, it's time for Rodeo Randy on KYUS 92.3 and KMTA 1050 AM. Now, let's saddle up and ride. Here's Rodeo Randy.
Well, thanks, John, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, Miles City and Eastern Montana, Circle, Brockway, Terry, Jordan, and wherever you may be listening to our show. Welcome to the Rodeo Randy Show, where we talk about my favorite sport and everything associated with my favorite sport, and including the Western way of life. And that's the exciting sport of rodeo. And just a reminder, as always, our show is streamed live worldwide on 92.3 KYUS and 1050 KMTA. And on top of that, our show is archived on the YouTube channel at Rodeo Randy Show /YouTube. So you can listen to us anywhere, anytime, any place, 24/7. And with that, I'd like to welcome my guest this morning. Dixie Rieger is the president of the board of the Waterworks Art Museum here in Miles City, Montana. And Dixie, thanks for coming in this morning. Glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Randy.
And of course, we were talking about rodeo, and we're going to talk about getting some refinement from your Western decor there at the art museum. But you are a former rodeo competitor back in the days.
Back in the long, long days ago.
Include me with that, too. So back then, what, barrel racing?
Barrel racing and pole bending.
Yeah, and that's now, of course, we got breakaway roping as one of the women's events. Dixie, what do you think of the idea that the national finals might want to put breakaway roping in the NFR?
I think that would be good. I think there needs more female
competitors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they asked me what event would they eliminate in the national finals. I said team roping. What do you think?
I like team roping.
Okay. Well, I used to. Yeah, that's a tough one. They'll probably have to add it in, but now they're saying that they got the 2-hour time frame for TV and they don't want to go any longer. So that's the fastest run rodeo is the national finals. I mean, I used to be the doorman down there at the side red room with the Thomas Samac.
Okay.
But during the team roping event, that's when everybody would come up and get some libations and go to the bathroom.
Right.
So that's but then also, we're talking earlier, Dixie, that in addition to being a rodeo competitor, you were a college basketball player back in the day.
That I was.
And so, let me guess, shooting guard?
I played guard and forward and sometimes center.
All three events, all three positions.
Yes, back then, you played all positions. You didn't specialize.
Of course, and that was Eastern Montana College.
It was.
But Mary Schaefer gave me a note that she wanted to pass along. We mentioned here at what she's got coming up. Of course, Mary is a high school rodeo announcer extraordinaire, but she also announces team roping and announces barrel racing. And coming up June 30th is the first team roping here at the Eastern Montana Fairgrounds. It's the Cowtown Team Roping event. Of course, they open at noon. Roping starts at 1. And then, of course, we were talking about some of the rodeo events coming up here on the Cowboy Christmas. We'll talk about Sage maybe next week and see how he's going, because he's on a roll right now, Sage,
Yes.
But Terry, Montana, they got their 4th of July rodeo, and, of course, on the 4th.
On the 4th.
I can figure that one out too, right, Dixie? And, of course, and then the PRT Youth Rodeo starts July 5th here at Horsewoods Park. So if anybody's interested in these, they can get a hold of Mary. But then also, Mary's going to be the timer at the Terry Rodeos over there. So, all right, Dixie, let's talk a little bit about how you became involved with the Waterworks Art Museum.
Yes, I became the director there about 10 years ago. And so I was in that position for about 8 years. And then I retired and took a year off and finally decided I'd join the board of directors. And somehow I got coerced into being the president of the board of directors.
Well, is that easier? You can just pass on decisions to the board, or did they make you decide the tough ones?
They kind of want me to decide the tough ones, which I really don't think is very fair.
I don't either. Should need a majority vote, maybe, right? Is that what happens anyway?
Right.
So, and then now what are some of the attractions that you have out there at the Waterworks Art Museum, which I think is Miles City's best kept secret is out there? You got a beautiful building out there, Dixie.
It is a beautiful building. You know, it's amazing that they turned the old water treatment facility into a museum in the first place. So the second you walk through the doors, it's like walking into history.
Beautiful over there. So how long has the Waterworks Museum been there now?
So it opened up in 1976.
1976?
So we will have our 50-year anniversary next year.
Next year. And then coming up now, you've had some attractions.
Exhibitions.
There we go. I know I was looking for it over there. So tell us about some of those that are coming up, and maybe some of that you had that were very interesting.
Sure. Always are proud of our quick draw in the park during the bucking horse sale, and we had a great turnout during that.
Of course, yeah, that's big time.
Yeah, it's big time. And so then right now we've got a lady from Billings, an artist from Billings. She does all needlework, hand stitched. Does not use a machine on old photographs. It's hard to explain that exhibit. You really have to come out and see it for yourself.
Yeah, and before I forget, what's the address out there?
It is 85 Water Plant Road.
Well, that makes sense.
It's
Waterworks
right down
yeah.
Water Plant Road. The old water treatment facility we're right beside the new water treatment facility.
So some of the Western stuff that you have there, gorgeous. So tell us some of the stuff that you have there that we can come and look at.
Absolutely. Not only do we have exhibits that have a lot of Western art included in them, but we have a lot of historical photographs from way back. There's a exceptional photograph of what Spotted Eagle looked like when it was not a park yet.
It's a lake.
A camp.
Yeah.
Well, it was a camp. And so there's some real phenomenal. You can take a walk down Miles City's past.
And it's interesting how we got started too. Well, especially Fort Keogh. That's very
absolutely.
popular there. And of course, you're right next door. Well, behind actually the Range Riders Museum.
Right.
And that's got some attractions in there. I know when the first time I went into the Range Riders, they have a big old ball of a guy roll your own cigarettes, Bull Durham sacks, big old ball, and you got to guess how many he had in there. I think it's over 30,000.
It is.
One guy smoked 30,000 Bull Durham sacks back in the day.
I think they have a big donut or something too. That's an old donut.
Well, I haven't finished walking through there either. I'm gonna Ellen might cuss me out if I don't go through there, or Bunny. They'll chew me out if I don't go down there. And same with you. I got to be in the rest of yours over there. So, what are some of the exhibits you have most people are attracted to in there? That, excuse me, before I get there, how many tourists a year think come through there?
Oh gosh, summer is very, very busy. Summer is extremely. We have a lot of walk-in traffic that comes through in the summertime. I'm not sure. We average probably 700 a month walk-in traffic.
Well, that's excellent over there. So then I noticed there's a little park right next to you guys.
Yes, we've got Hillman Park, and if you haven't had a barbecue out there, or there's wedding receptions they hold out there, it's a gorgeous spot.
So they can get a hold of you then if people want to have a barbecue?
Actually, they just can come out and have a barbecue. It's kind of on a first come, first serve, park.
So I can make an announcement, the Rodeo Randy barbecue, show up, and
there you go.
A couple hundred people, and
we're
good to go.
And you come on, all of you come into the museum.
Well, absolutely. So Andy, I mentioned again some of your upcoming exhibitions that you're going to have. Mention again.
Yes, we have the art auction, which will be coming. That'll open right the first part of August, and then we have the auction itself that is always the second to the last weekend, Saturday, the second to the last Saturday in September. And that's a big, big fundraiser for us.
Okay, well, I'll be out there. Now, what are your hours out there?
Our hours are 9 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday.
Tuesday through Saturday. And then is there an admission fee to get in?
We suggest a donation of $5. If somebody leaves their pocketbook, the motel, or they just don't, we never turn anybody away. We want them to experience the Waterworks.
Now, so if I happen to hit Powerball Saturday night, can I come in with some big money and buy one of your priceless exhibits out
You
there?
absolutely can. We have exhibits that our artists would love if you won the Powerball. They would be lining up at the door.
Well, maybe I can buy the whole Waterworks with Rodeo Randy Art Museum.
You bet.
Anyway, so right now, how do we get a hold of you?
Yep, we've got our Facebook page, Waterworks Art Museum. We've got our website, which is WTRworks.org. Or you can always just give us a call at 234-0635.
All right, so if we want a little refinement, a little history of Miles City. Come out and see Dixie at the Waterworks Art Museum here in Miles City. Besides the exhibitions out there, Dixie, do you have classes out there for
We
us?
absolutely do. We hold classes summertime, and we have them going on right now. If anybody's interested, they can visit it at our online website. It tells a little bit about the classes, but we also have a van that we call the Van Go.
Okay.
And we go to 13 communities to the little one-room schools, and we take an art class to them in the fall during the school year.
Wow. Yeah, that's tremendous. Yeah, I might need some lessons myself.
Man, you and me both.
You don't have any computer lessons out there, do you? Can I get some computer lessons?
We can give you just about any lesson you ask for,
okay.
or we can fake our way through it.
All right. Dixie. Well, thanks again, Dixie. That was great information. Again, go to her Facebook page or give them a call. Come out and see them at the Waterworks Art Museum here in Miles City. And also, of a note, next week, Rodeo Randy Show, I will not be here. I'll be at one of these rodeos, I hope. So, but we'll give you updated on that. So thanks for joining, everybody. Listening to us, everybody. We'll see you soon. Happy trails.